Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over my 5 best lures for lakes and 5 best lures for ponds. So they might be the same and the same thing, but there's going to be 5 of each. Let's just jump right into it. If you don't ever fish lakes, just skip to that right there, that little time. Go to that. It's all about ponds. And let's go to lake. Alright, first of all, when I'm going to the lake, you know I'm going to have a topwater frog, right? This thing is a bass magnet for vegetation. They're all over that. Get one of these, you're going to be good in a lake. Just make sure there's vegetation on the top of the water. Get all over there. Lily pads, reeds, everything. That's good. Another thing is this. I picked up this a while ago. I've never caught a fish on this before. It's really weird because you can't throw it in vegetation because there's a hook on the belly, so it goes like this, right? It always gets caught up in a bunch of weeds and stuff. It has a little weed guard right here, but it never works right, so you're gonna have to, it's supposed to go like that so the weeds don't get on it. It still catches weeds. I mean, you can try it, but they work for water that doesn't have any weeds on it. When there is like rocks and stuff or like flowing water with no vegetation at all, throw one of these right here. These things work great. It's like a shad imitation. Plus it shakes like. Now, still early in the morning, if you're on a lake, you want to throw, if it's not too deep, like 3 to 6 foot deep, you want to throw like a chatterbait or a jig or something. Something with a little creature bait on it to make it look like a bass would eat it, okay? So all you want to do is, well, I used to have a chatterbait, but that's in the tree right now. Got to work on that, but all I do is you have a chatterbait. You put on one of these power bait tubes right here. They smell just like they have a bunch of salt on them. Look at that. A bunch of dead stuff on it. Kind of gross, but it works great. Looks like a little crawdad going through the water. Now, if you want to throw a little deeper, like 6 to 10 foot, right here is what you want. This dives pretty deep, even to 10 to like 14 foot. Depends how fast you're cranking it. It's good for deep because it shakes, so fish don't really have to see it. They just follow the sound, which most of them do in the deep. So now, if you want to 6 to 8 feet right here, perfect. Swim 6 to 8 feet, little bluegill, magic right there. Works great. It shakes too, so it depends how fast you're cranking it. See how fast it goes. Now, if you want like 14, like 20, or 20 to like 26 foot deep, right here, doesn't shake, but it like wiggles and it works great. This is a very, very big crankbait. I don't use this too much because the lakes in Michigan, they're not that deep. They go down to like 22 foot, and this would like be touching the bottom. Carry a bunch of mud with it, but it works great for deep, deep lakes. Go for like a pond or a lake really early in the morning. Well, like when it's not like before noon, pretty much. You want to throw these Strike King worms. They're Senkos. I don't have any with me right now because they're on my rod, and that's a whole different video. So if you want to throw a thing, throw it right by docks. Senkos right by docks works great. Under pontoons, under docks, you got to learn how to skip. You just got to do that, and then you'll be set. If you want to catch a pike or something like this, you want to use this little swim bait. It has a little sinker right in the front. Go right down, you'll catch a pike. It has like a lot of movement. Once it's in the water, it goes like that. This is a wonderful pike thing. When I say thing, you just gotta like think about it because it's this. I meant to say lure on this. Next thing. Now you want to catch some trout, do you? Well, you get one of these boxes right here. That's broken. Okay. You want a little, just literally anything. A trout will really bite anything, but these work the best, okay? So, little beads, colorful, little tail feathers, got a spinning spoon, works wonderful. I have like 3 of these Then little fly fishing thing. Don't use those for trout. I mean, you can, but I don't know why they're in there. This orange one works. This orange one works the best with trout. Moving on to ponds, okay? Again, frog will work great for ponds. This one's definitely seen better days. Anything topwater, this works great. Anything crankbait, that'll work. Just make sure it's not too deep, because then it'll be grinding on the ground. Then you get a bunch of muck, and that doesn't work. Wacky worm, Senkos, those work awesome for ponds. Just don't even put a weight on it. Just let it do its thing, and you'll get some fish. You could use these power tubes for drop shots. Put a little sinker on the bottom. Works great, or just don't even put a sinker on it. These float, so you want to use some kind of thing. I use these little egg sinkers. They work great because they slide up and down. Right here, they're like 96 cents. Works wonderfully. There's an ant on it. Got it. I use these hooks right here, eagle claw hooks. They work good for wacky worming Senkos. Right here, if you were wondering, this is what I use for a drop shot. Right here, it sits like if you're on a lake and it has like waves coming. This is what you want to use, because you'll sit there and won't move. It's super. It's like a 3 ounce weight. Works wonderfully. Again, those are my top 10 lakes and ponds, lures, and wacky worm stuff. Thank you for watching. If you like and enjoy this video, please subscribe to this channel. Awesome channel. I fish like every day pretty much. Just thank you, and please subscribe. And if you want a pole sling, this description below, get yourself one. They work awesome. Just like a gunsling, but it's for fishing poles. Thank you. See you next video.